I am so excited to be here today at the Associated Black Charities 2025 Teen Financial Literacy Summit. This is actually our third year hosting this event. This year we have over 400 people registered to attend. And what will we do today? We will talk about economic empowerment. ABC is concerned about economic justice, closing the racial wealth gap, which in Maryland is 8-1. In the United States, it's 10-1. And it is not because a certain group of people work any harder. It is because communities like ours have traditionally been left out of the conversation about what economic opportunity and empowerment looks like.
There is a divide because a lot of kids this age, teenage, high school age, they don't know about financial education. They have no idea whatsoever how to save money, how to budget money. And the next step for these guys is college, and then they're going off to the real world, to adult. And when you do that, you need to be able to manage that well enough so that you're not in debt later on.
So my grandmother grew up during the Great Depression. So she was anti, banks, anti-credit unions. She didn't trust anything but the shoebox under her, bed.
My mom always, she has us reading books about it and, investment saving and your credit. Because, your credit is such a big thing. And I feel like people always, people don't really think about their credit. And then when they get out into the world and they're like, oh, why can't I put a loan on this car? Why can't I put a loan on this house? It's because you haven't been responsible with your loans. You haven't been paying them back and stuff like that.
This is Kerwin Phillip, author of the book Malik's First Job, Financial Principles for Teens. It's such a great opportunity to partner with the Associated Black Charities to offer this Teen Financial Literacy Summit. This book came about from me, personal passion, this me understanding, the things I went through to try to understand how money works, and one to give back to the kids, making sure that they don't have to go through the same struggles I went through to understand finance, right? Because when you look at throughout the history of African Americans in America, financial literacy is information they try to keep away from us for a very long time.
The rules around the state of Maryland, it is not a requirement for us to teach financial education inside of our classrooms. So it's county by county for them to decide whether or not this is something that's going to be part of their curriculum. And we've got those two things kind of working against us. So there's this kind of uprising from a lot of nonprofits and organizations that understand how important financial education is to our youth, including SECU. So we stand here and advocate and stand beside the Associated Black Charities in partnership to try to teach financial education to our youth, because it's not happening in the classroom and it's not necessarily happening at the dinner table.
I had the privilege of being the board president, the chair of the board of directors for ABC. And we put this event on last year, and it was a success because there's a real need to bridge the information gap, particularly for Black and brown teenagers. We noticed that a lot of folks were getting information early on that they could implement in their lives to, as you mentioned, buy homes, buy cars, start businesses. And now we have access to information and to people who are doing those dynamic things, and we can give it to our kids early to level the playing field.